when I decorate for Halloween, I like to do it in like treat form where I'm just gonna eat it, and it's kind of like obviously low waste. And then I like to do it when like as secondhand as I can or as DIY as I can. So this is my haul for what I did buy. Obviously a pumpkin. I think these are really cute. So cute. These are small because we're gonna go to a pumpkin patch and like get an adult pumpkin. But little fun fact, these are really good for making pumpkin pie. If you're gonna make pumpkin pie, get these mini sugar pumpkins. I've done that before and it's way easier than you think. And then also, nothing is better than eating a pumpkin pie knowing that you made it from pumpkin scratch. Like, I felt so baller. I'm just taking the tags off. I'd maybe paint these in the vibe I'm going for if I still had my paints, but I'm an only digital artist now, so I don't have my paints. But my vibe this year is I'm going for like a 90s, like early 2000s nostalgic Halloween vibe. My jar is going to have candy corns and Rolos, and then Shane's jar, licorice. I don't like licorice, but he hates candy corn, so we need 2 jars, which is fine. And then we also have Tootsies, and then a bunch of these. I think the wrapped ones are going in the open face, and then like everything else is gonna go in the sealed. Lastly, I have 2 streamers, and this seems chuggy, corny, shitty, but it's going to be so cute when I show you my vision and when I show you what I'm gonna put on the walls. I think it's just perfect for what I want. This color, it's perfect. It wasn't even in the Halloween section. I found this in like the party section. So I'm gonna make 2 treats today. First, I'm gonna make these spiderweb brownies, and I think that they look really cute. It's just, I like brownies though, so that's kind of the whole thing. And then I'm gonna do this ghost pizza that I've been seeing on Tumblr since I was 14 years old, and I just feel like it's my journey to make it finally. So for the brownies, I think it's just like a classic dairy-free brownie is what I'm doing. So for dry, I have half a cup of flour, which seems suspiciously not a lot, whatever. I haven't made brownies since maybe I was in high school, like senior year, and my like it was like kind of my stepmom at the time, like not officially, but she was a baker and like a chef baker. She was really, really cool. And I made my brownies with milk in them and I fucked it up really bad. And she was actually laughing at me like that was the stupidest thing she's ever seen in her life. And I felt really embarrassed. So I have 3/4 cup cocoa powder. I put a little bit more flour in because my boyfriend hates fudgy brownies, so I'm gonna make them a little bit cakier. I hate looking at recipe blogs because why the fuck do you have 47 ads? Like everyone complains about like the part of the recipe where it's like, I grew up on a farm. That's not the issue. The issue is that I have to see 87 ads and my iPad is an iPad 1 and it's literally not able to compute. The iPad fucking crashes out and dies and doesn't work because it's too much data. Enough! Seriously, I'm so fucking sick of it. So I need a little salt. Let's make sure that's salt, yeah. 3/4 cup of sugar. I don't give a fuck what kind of sugar they say. I use the same sugar every time. Technically, I'm supposed to use light brown sugar, whatever that means. It's actually 4 cups of sugar because it says you need 2 types of sugar. Oh, sorry, 1 cup of sugar. I'm just stirring the dry. Now for the wet, I need 2 eggs, vanilla extract. I'm using the fake vanilla extract because that's what the economies come to. And 3/4 cup of butter or oil. I'm using oil because butter is expensive right now. I'm also gonna sub 1 part of the oil with applesauce because it's a little bit healthy. I love applesauce, like a lot. Also, it can be disgusting because I'm not giving these to anybody. Something weird that I do with eggs is I take off that little white chunk. The one that connects the yolk to the, I don't like it. I hate it a lot. So I'm just gonna pour the wet into the dry. Let's see. I don't usually make eggs a lot, and one thing I really dislike is when the egg that you made makes your entire dishwasher like be eggy. You know what I mean? I hate that. I'm also gonna freeball a few chocolate chips. So this is what we're working with. I think it looks pretty good. It is a little, the batter's a little thin, like it doesn't cover that much of the pan, so I'm only gonna do 20 minutes instead of 30, but I think this is gonna be good. Now I just making my pizza dough because it needs to rise for like 2 hours. So I have warm water in here and then I do yeast, instant yeast. This is like ridiculously easy. It's the easiest thing to home make ever. And it tastes so good. It tastes way better than like when you buy pizza in the frozen aisle. So it's like warm water. And then you can tell the yeast is alive if it blooms. This is really obvious, people. I'm not a cooking show, but. And then it's 2 cups of flour. And then I also put a little sugar in the water because the yeast needs something to feed off. And then also some salt. When I make the pizza dough, I do olive oil on it and garlic and stuff, but there's like a million recipes online for like how to make it really good. So I basically kneaded the dough for like 10 minutes and this is what it looks like. And I cover this for like a couple hours. So we're gonna have this for dinner tonight with our very scary spooky brownies. And I'm gonna show you what it looks like when I put the ghost cheese on it. I'm just gonna cut cheese into ghost slices, I think. Can you fucking get out of here, dude? See how cute? She knows that it's Halloween. So let's see what we're working with from last year's Halloween decoration stack. I hate this bag. So We have this cute ghost. I'm gonna put this definitely on the coffee table, I think. We also have some spider webbing from last year and this garland that I did a video on last year. I'm not going to use this anymore because it's bad for the environment. I'm just learning that. This is not supposed to be in here. Okay, I have this gigantic spider and some eyeball lamps, really cute. And this is so cute, I forgot about this. This like garland. I think this is from Michael's. Okay, now what I made for this year is I printed out a couple of like big cats and big ghosts and stuff, like these two. And I'm gonna hang some streamers from those. I'm gonna make everything that I made this video, I'm gonna make a Google Drive where you can see links to all the files and stuff. And then I made this Halloween thing that I really think is very, very cute. It's like haunted circus theme. So let's put everything up. My cat is obsessed with what I'm doing right now, so I know the spider is so fucking cool to, it's so creepy. It's so cool to have like in my set when I do my videos, but it might look better in the living room this year. So I'm gonna decide and show you what I'm gonna do. The problem I ran into last year was that I made the legs look too like not spidery. I think this is too big for this room. Yeah, we'll see. And this is the rope I got from the Dollar Tree. I'm so obsessed with this rope I found at Michael's from last year, but it's so cute. It has like little pom-poms on it, but this is fine. It's cute. This is gonna definitely go in the bedroom. It is crazy how much more festive I feel with the decorations on. Literally, I'm feeling so festive. I'm ready to do this. My brownies are done. They're looking crispy and yummy. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pipe some icing out of this Ziploc bag. So these are actually dairy-free and vegan, which is weird. I'm not a vegan, but I basically was like most of my life. I am now kind of like harm reductionist. Like, that's my politics in everything. Like, if you ever want to know like where I said anything, I'm harm reduction. So like with my budget, try the best that I possibly can to do harm reduction. So like we all know that animal agriculture is really bad for the environment. Like everyone knows that, etc. How do they make the icing so fluffy? I'm gonna suck out the air of this. This recipe is kind of for like if you're only eating it, if you haven't noticed. And I'm gonna cut just the tiniest little tip so I can pipe some cobwebs on here. If you hear that banging, like it's tiny, like very small. If you hear that banging, somebody is building a house from scratch underneath my apartment. Like my apartment is next to like this, like these houses, and someone's building a fucking house from scratch. Yeah, of course that's my luck. Okay. So let's do it. You know, it looks kind of like one. Like it looks kind of like one. I'm gonna do the whole tray. It looks all right. Like could be worse. Let's see. I'll be back when I have the tray done. Can you believe this? What? Yeah. I'm a genius. I'm a genius. What I think I'm gonna do is hope that the icing hardens a little bit so that I can put them in a little cute bin. I'm a genius. Thanks, Pinterest. Love you so much. That's the end of my vlog. I'm gonna show you how the pizza turned out because I literally just made a pizza. So simple. Just put some sauce on it. Put some cheese on it, I presume. I used like the Chow vegan slices because Chow tastes the best if you're dairy free. And it was on sale. Usually it's like $48 for some reason. And this is my final pictures of what my decorations turned out like. Thanks for clicking, and I hope you have a happy Halloween. There will be more things I'm posting. I was really sick and I felt so, like literally that quote where it's like, you think you have a lot of problems until you have a health problem and then you have one problem. That's what it's like. If you are healthy, do not take that shit for granted. Don't. Like, seriously, take care of yourself. Yeah, I'm feeling very lucky. Maybe I'll go into it for like girls one day, or like AFAB people, because like women's healthcare is not taken seriously. But I had to go on Reddit to find something that worked for me, so that's how dire it was. Tonight I'm going to Halloween Horror Nights, which is literally like the best day of my entire life. I'm so excited. I haven't been in 5 years. I think last time it was like 2019 or something like that. Peace and love.